This is the third and final part of writing effective sales copy. And I figured to close this out, I wanted to show you an example of a good sales letter so you can get an idea as to what the structure of it is going to look like. Now, keep in mind, since this is part of the no cost income stream, I'm not expecting you to have these fancy graphics, to have these fancier looking headlines, and those types of things. We're looking for just a bare bone, very simple sales letter that's going to do the trick. And in fact, this one here might be a little bit, quite a bit longer than what you even need to get your product out there initially. So you definitely don't need to be near as long as this, but I wanted to demonstrate to you some core elements of this sales copy so you can see it and translate it into your own copy. And so again, don't worry if you don't have the graphics, because you're not going to need graphics necessarily. You don't need to spend money on that. That's why this is the no cost income stream. You also could deal with like a red headline to really stand out from the crowd and jump out, or a blue headline, or something that's going to be different from the rest of the crowd. So you can kind of keep that in mind as you move forward. So the first part here is, right here in our copy here, it says you're about to learn the exact blueprint for building an enormous list of hungry buyers and the exact strategies to generating massive piles of cash on demand. So you notice there that leads with a very, benefit laden headline that's going to help people, building an enormous list of hungry buyers. It's also got some good sub headlines, and you'll notice as we go through the copy, you really want to introduce people, to draw people into your copy with a good little story. And notice how throughout here we've bolded some of the certain elements. I'm talking about a responsive list, a highly responsive list, all figured out, clearly disappointed with the results. So notice how these things are kind of jumping out. And notice in this first paragraph here on the left-hand side, we talk about the single most important element of online marketing success is your list building. And so that's another really important factor. So now we're going to go through here and we kind of introduce the product itself. And again, you don't have to have the graphics here. You could just talk about introducing and then your course name and talk a little bit about what they're going to find. And you can go back through here. You can pause this video. You can review these slides to really read through this copy if you really want to study it to understand what is included here. And again, this is probably a lot longer than you even need. But what we're going to cover here is, each one of the points here so you understand how this process works. And notice the bullet points. These kind of just jump out there, kind of teach people this is what you're going to discover inside of this. And then we also go through, there's also a video like a testimonial. You can see how testimonials are tied in here. That adds to proof there. The bullet points again as far as each one of the modules that's included, so each one of your chapters. And again, this one had 16. Yours is probably only going to have 3 to 4, and so you definitely don't need to worry about having that much length on there, because yours is only going to be 3 or 4 instead of 16 different modules. So again, we can scroll through here. You'll notice the subheadlines as we go forward. So who should get this simplest building blueprint video home study course? And then that gives a perfect chance to tell people, you, if you're new to this business, so who should get this training on improving their golf swing? You, if you're tired of being embarrassed on the golf course. You, if you're tired of not being able to, take your business partners and associates out on the golf course and show them a good time. And then notice this part here. We're taking the element. You'll remember that we talked about a part of good copy is possibly taking the negative and turning it into a positive. Well, that's what we do right here. It says, but this sounds like an expensive course. And then we're turning that into a positive by drawing them in, because they're going, whoa, I just thought of this. This sounds like it's going to be expensive. And then you start driving in the points of the price there. And notice as we go forward here, I'm slashing the regular price. So that's another thing about the price is being slashed. You've removed all the risks. So there's the guarantee now that's been included. A fast action bonus for those people that take quick action, for those people that take the action you want. And then you'll notice here as we go along here, yes, and then it's got your name. I want to secure my copy. So you're making them take responsibility and take ownership of that. And so I really want to encourage you to, go through this. And another key part of copy that you really don't want to miss is the summary. That's really important, because after people read through the copy, they might be overwhelmed. And so you can easily summarize, and they might be sitting on the fence too. You can summarize and say, hey, look, you're going to get this, this, and for the fast action, people, you're going to get this product. Grab the 4 ways to make $1,000 online right now. And so you can go through there. Another element of good copy is to tie it out with a PS. And you'll see here how we've done this. So like we finished the entire copy and we're still selling at the end with the PS. We're saying, hey, by the way, did you realize this? Now you can finally stop worrying and start profiting. And so notice like we use that bold to really jump out and stand out. So you can review this copy here, give yourself more of an idea, help you be a little more comfortable as you write your own sales copy. Again, we're not looking for the best copy in the world. We just need something that portrays your product, that draws people in and gets them excited about purchasing your product. Because remember, we're going to be posting your product online and we want people to be excited about investing in it. So the next part here that we've reviewed our copy, we reviewed the elements of good sales page copy, we've reviewed sales page tips and things to include. Now it's time to start taking action and start writing your sales copy. So as you can see here, we've got a picture here of a notepad file. So you can begin writing your sales copy in a notepad or text edit file, which text edits for Mac. Notepad typically comes pre-installed on all Windows computers. And that's actually what I use to write my sales copy. It's actually what I recommend you start writing in, only because when it comes time to copying and pasting your copy into the forum you might be using, when it comes time to copy this actual sales copy directly into your JVZoo account, for example, since that's going to be the platform we're going to use for the free sales copy that you're going to have set up, it's going to be a whole lot easier because you just have to copy it in there and then you just have to use their tool, their editor, to kind of give it the look and feel that you want it to have. So these free programs will allow for easy copy pasting formatting into your free website, and that's why I recommend that. And so you could even label these elements if you wanted to. You could say, this is my headline, this is my sub headline, and you can get the idea, and then you can go back and format this, and we'll demonstrate how to format this in a future video here in just a moment. But first, we wanted to get you started writing your copy, and it does not have to be super long. You don't have to worry about having this huge sales copy. It needs to just flow, it needs to make sense, and it needs to be short enough to be interesting and long enough to get the job done as far as selling them. So keep that in mind as you go through it. And again, when you do it in this text edit or notepad file, it's going to eliminate formatting hassles in the long run, and you're going to be very happy that you did it this way, because when it comes time to copying and paste it into wherever you're going to be working on it with, it's going to make it a whole lot easier for you in the long run. And now it's time to again get out there and begin writing your sales copy.